There's not one glory fucking kickboxer in any fucking weight class that I couldn't stand and bang with.
Because he's... Oh! That's it! That's why! That's why!
You cannot stand.
In the world of combat sports, trash talk has long become a weapon. Some try to win with words before the fight even starts. Others build their fame on loud statements. But there are fighters who don't need extra words. For them, it's enough to step into the cage.
And even the same guy now he watches all my fights, and every time I fight, like clockwork, he'll try and put something out like, I beat this guy. But I've never ever watched any of his fights, ever. So at the end of the day, no one knows who the f he is. And he's gonna be that guy when I'm world champion, when I'm a legend. He's gonna be at some pub, talking some shit about, I beat that guy one time.
Pereira's had his most success with the body tonight.
Write it down, take a picture, I don't give a fuck. We getting it in. When you step in there with me, ain't nothing to talk about, ain't nothing to say. It's all right here and I'm on your ass.
Get out of here.
When the words get too loud, someone arrives who answers with action.
Shama уже давно потушили. No, Shama.
Alex Pereira is exactly that kind of warrior. A cold stare, stone-cold composure, and strikes that end conversations faster than any argument ever could. How many times have overconfident opponents tried to provoke him, spark conflict, and draw attention to themselves? And how many times did it all end the same way, with silence after the punch? Now Alex has vacated the title in his weight class, intending to become the first fighter in history to fight for a title in 3 weight divisions. This guy absolutely deserves your attention. Throw an uppercut into the like button, and I'll tell you the story of how loud trash talk collides with merciless reality. The story of fighters who talk too much, and of the warrior who made them shut up.
That will indeed do it! And still, Alex Pereira reigns supreme! He's fucking nasty. That's my take on him. He wants to move up, he wants to move down, he wants to go That's why people love him. Those are the type of fighters that people love. You know, Pereira wants to fight everybody. I love it.
At that moment, Pereira was the dominant king of his division. His power and composure had made him almost unbeatable. Opponents kept falling one after another, and it seemed like there simply wasn't a fighter in that weight class who could truly stop the Brazilian.
No champions, guys, fight as much as this guy, Teddy. When I was the champion, Teddy, I fought once or twice a year. When you go to chase that belt, you'll fight 3 times a year just to get there. Fight once or twice, once you get it. Alex Pereira does not live by those same rules.
But there was one man who still stood out.
Listen, this means a lot to me, and contrary to a lot of naysayers and a lot of so-called experts that said that wasn't going to be done, look at the amount of work I put in, look at what they've been able to deliver, and I've been able to do it. This is, and I'm here as living proof of that. This goes as a message to every single person that just goes trying to take your motivation away. Naysayers, they're trying to put you down. Don't believe him, keep doing, believe in yourself, and we're gonna get done.
Magomed Ankalaev turned out to be an extremely awkward matchup for Pereira's style. Disciplined, cold, and tactically precise, he started playing games with the champion not only inside the cage, but outside of it too.
He recently said, I don't respect people like that. Why would you lie about something that never happened, you know? But I have no problem. But if he gets close to me, say next week, and decides that I think he's too close to me, of course I'm going to defend myself. But other than that, we'll see everything in the cage.
Ankalaev kept applying psychological pressure. He said Pereira was a one-punch fighter. He said he lacked fight IQ. He said that without a knockout, he was helpless. And in the first fight, It seemed like those words had been proven right. Ankalaev got the win by decision. Later, Pereira talked about injuries and poor form, but back then, almost nobody believed him. A lot of fans switched to Ankalaev's side, convinced that the Brazilian would never get past that opponent again.
Chama! Шама уже давно потушили. No Шама.
That loss became a heavy psychological blow for Pereira. He had spent a long time building the image of an unshakable champion, a man who simply could not be stopped. And that's exactly why accepting that result was especially difficult. For fighters of Pereira's level, losses are never just another number on the record. They are a hit to legacy, reputation, and that inner feeling of personal superiority. But the history of great champions shows one thing. It is often moments like these that become the turning point.
Coach was telling him to ask questions. He's like a little puppet, you know, it's just so he doesn't come off as looking as bad. He said I hold my body. He said a lot of things because they know that I'm better. The improvement that I've made, the things that I've done, they know that I'm better.
Chama!
Saturday night, I'm gonna beat him up like he stole something from me.
The rematch put everything back in its place. Pereira came back different, calm, precise, and confident. And this time, he didn't just win. He coldly punished Ankalaev for all the trash talk, played with him inside the cage, and proved that the king was still worthy of his throne.
Vengeance is never a good thing. It's kind of a poison sometimes. I told everyone I was not in a good condition last time. Nobody believed it. You saw it.
Dude, you gotta listen to me. You gotta listen to me. This guy has that crazy power. He's got something weird where he hits guys. They look confused. I watched him beat everything. I watched him beat Jason Wilness. I watched him fuck up everybody over there.
Jamahal Hill had a little run-in with
sure did.
Pereira at the UFC event, but I'm glad he split that up because it's like, God, you got two dogs coming at each other. And they're kind of wanting the fight, but these are both $1 million athletes. It's like, don't let them fucking fight right now. Don't let them break their hand and do something. Pereira threw down the gloves like, let's spar right now.
In interviews and public statements, Jamahal Hill openly made it clear that he did not consider Pereira a serious threat. According to him, the Brazilian's knockout power was something predictable and easy to understand. Hill claimed he already knew exactly how to neutralize Pereira's biggest weapon.
You know, just getting acquainted with the visual that I plan on seeing on Saturday night.
I'll make him remember this moment when I'm in my walkout about to go into the octagon and my music is playing. I'll make him remember this moment.
Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck. We getting it in. When you step in there with me, ain't nothing to talk about, ain't nothing to say. It's all right here and I'm on your ass.
More than that, he said that in their fight he was going to outright embarrass him. What came through in his words wasn't just a fighter's calm confidence. It was straight-up contempt. Hill was sure he would outclass Pereira, break his rhythm, and show the whole world that the Brazilian's terrifying reputation was heavily exaggerated. But once the cage closed, reality turned out to be completely different. And just like that, Jamahal Hill's contempt turned into a painful reminder that underestimating an opponent in MMA almost always ends the same way. That night, it was Alex Pereira who reminded everyone why his power is not a myth. It is brutal reality.
All you motherfuckers just saying, man, I hope this motherfucker just gets knocked out so I never have to see this guy again.
The fight between Pereira and Sean Strickland became yet another story about how dangerous it is to underestimate a man whose power has already changed the outcome of fights again and again. Before their meeting, Strickland did not hide his skepticism.
So don't fucking tell me just because you're some big fucking Brazilian you knocked out Izzy 20 years ago that fucking I can't stand with you. Come on, motherfucker. Get out of here.
He openly and rather harshly spoke about Pereira, believing that his entire reputation had been built almost on one thing alone: his wins over Israel Adesanya in Glory kickboxing. In Strickland's view, those two fights were what made the Brazilian's name loud. But beyond that, he claimed, Pereira wasn't anything special.
Like, fuck, dude, the only reason to do that is because you're fucking tall, man. You're genetically gifted. If you were a normal sized fucking human being, you wouldn't even fucking be here. Your style sucks.
Strickland called him just a big Brazilian with heavy hands. In his words, there was total confidence that behind Pereira's knockout power, there was supposedly no serious technique, no real fight IQ, and none of the complete skill set that defines elite MMA fighters.
There's not one Glory fucking kickboxer in any fucking weight class that I couldn't stand and bang with.
But when the fight started...
Oh! That's it! That's why!
Reality turned out to be something completely different. One precise shot, and it was over. The knockout was so fast and so brutal that every word Strickland had said instantly lost all meaning. That night, Alex Pereira proved that his power is not just one heavy punch. It is a weapon backed by composure, calculation, and the experience of a fighter operating at the very highest level.
Well, that sucked. You never want to be someone's highlight, but that's the game we play. I tried to stand and bang with one of the best kickboxers. The shitty part about it was, during the round, I kept thinking, man, this is going to be an easy fight. I see everything this guy's throwing. I'm getting the better of the exchanges. I'm going to beat this guy up for 3 rounds. And then halfway through, I got caught. So hats off to Alex. He's a fucking killer.
And even the same guy now he watches all my fights, and every time I fight, like clockwork, he'll try and put something out like, I beat this guy. But I've never ever watched any of his fights, ever. So at the end of the day, no one knows who the f he is. And he's gonna be that guy when I'm world champion, when I'm a legend. He's gonna be at some pub, talking some shit about, I beat that guy one time, trying to get a dick sucked from a crack whore or some shit.
The story of this rivalry began long before their fight in MMA. The first chapters of it were written in Glory kickboxing. That's where Alex Pereira fought Adesanya twice, and both times he came out victorious. For many fans, it was Pereira who became that impossible wall in the career of the stylebender. But over time, the paths of the two athletes split apart. While Pereira continued to dominate in kickboxing, Adesanya made a decisive move and transitioned into MMA, and that was where his career exploded to an entirely new level. In the UFC, he became one of the biggest stars in the promotion, won the title belt, and turned into the face of his division. But the past never disappeared. When Pereira saw what heights his old rival had reached, he made the decision to follow the same road, to transition to mixed martial arts. For him, this was not just a new chapter in his career, it was the road back to the man he had already beaten twice.
Israel Adesanya wanted to turn around right after this last fight. We said it was Pereira, he said perfect.
This wasn't a fight that was forced upon you by the UFC. You want this fight.
Yeah, of course.
You want this fight.
I've never ever ducked anyone, ever.
Adesanya took that challenge very personally. In interviews, he often downplayed Pereira, saying he was nothing more than a man who once got lucky in kickboxing. He said there was a massive gap between them in terms of level, and that his own skills, intelligence, and understanding of fighting were far superior. According to Adesanya, Alex Pereira was just a hard-hitting fighter trying to chase his success and steal something that didn't belong to him. But when they met in the octagon, the talking stopped.
The corner in Pereira's corner that round, it was like straight out of a movie. I want to hear what the corner work's going to be, so I put the headphones on, and one of his trainers, I don't know who it was like, you're losing this fucking fight. You need to knock him out in this round. You have to move forward. You have to throw punches and bunches. You have to throw combinations. Let your fucking hands go. You're going to be a world champion in 5 minutes. And then he gets up and goes out there, and it was seriously straight out of a movie.
Pereira waited patiently for his moment, refusing to break under the pressure and tempo of the champion. And when that opening appeared, He used it the way only fighters with truly devastating power can.
Pereira's had his most success to the body tonight.
Here's
that left hook.
Here it goes.
Oh, and now a right. Adesanya's on one more. Two more. Down goes the champion. Pereira trying to climb up the show. That'll do it.
He did it.
Alex Pereira, the undisputed middleweight champion. I don't believe it.
Did it again. Oh my goodness.
In the decisive moment, Alex unleashed a storm of punches on Adesanya that swept everything away and completely turned the fight upside down.
There's a timeline. You know there's a bad guy, and then there's this ultimate bad guy who was just in some fucking bar in Brazil, and then Izzy had to open his mouth.
When Alex Pereira is standing in front of you, you are playing a very dangerous game. His calmness, patience, and destructive precision turn every mistake into catastrophe. And the most important thing is this: he does not answer words with words. He answers them with strikes. And in that game, every word you say, every drop of overconfidence, and every sign of disrespect can turn into the heaviest punishment of all. That exact moment when one precise shot turns the lights out, and along with them, all of your old confidence. And that is why the biggest lesson his fights leave behind is simple. Never underestimate your opponent, especially if that opponent is Alex Pereira.